Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the PELE YOETZ on Pesach. He's speaking about a person recognizing all the miracles that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does for us, translating it into our everyday lives, and becoming a Yid, a Jew that is much more in line and aware and recognizes the tremendous amount of hashgacha pratis that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does. And he writes the following: V'zehu atam, and this is the reason, Shetzivanu Yitzreinu Belel Pesach, that Hashem has commanded us on the night of Pesach, Laharbais L'saper B'Yetzias Mitzrayim, to increase the amount that we speak about the Exodus from Egypt. V'chol Amarbe L'saper B'Yetzias Mitzrayim, and as we know the famous words of Chazal, whoever will increase his telling over of the story of the Exodus of Klal Yisrael from Mitzrayim, that person who's telling it over is a praiseworthy person. Not only is he praiseworthy for telling over the story of the Exodus in detail and in grand scale, but even he himself is meshubach. He himself becomes more elevated and a greater person as a result. For when a person tells over the wonders of the Rebbeinu Shalom, and they talk about HaKadosh Baruch Hu's tremendous chesed, and they recognize all the acts of mercy and compassion that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did in order to bring about the rectification of our gullus, of the exile, and bring us to the ultimate geula, the redemption. Such a person is kol amarbe. The more he adds on and he speaks about the Exodus, the more meshubach, the more praiseworthy he is. Milvad sheyesh soidos hayonim. Besides the fact that there are deep secrets in the story that we find within the Haggadah, ubayne b'shamayim aliyosav, and in Shemayim, in the heavens, when you are telling over the story of Yetzias Mitzrayim, with all of the details and all the nuances and all of the midrashim and the rishonim and the mefarshim and the like, so you are building aliyosav, you are building lofty places in Shemayim, in the heavens. And you even give strength to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's heavenly court that is comprised of malachim, of the angels above. Like we find in the language of the Zohar, the holy words of the Zohar say such a thing in Parshas Bo. It's the words of the Haggadah. They ignite the heart, and therefore it's worthwhile and it's worthy of a person reading it on the night of Pesach. It elevates you, it inspires you, it brings you closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom. There's malachim, there are angels that are dancing around in Shemayim when they look down in 2023, in whichever far-flung corner of the world you find yourself in, sitting by the Seder table, surrounded by your wife and your children, or even if you're by yourself, you're sitting by yourself and you're telling over the words of Sipur Yetzias Mitzrayim, of the Exodus that we have from the land of Egypt, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu did with such pomp and circumstance and fanfare and signs and wonders and miracles. And this itself, says the PELE YOETZ, it gives a tremendous koyach, a power, to pamal yidilei, to the upper heavenly realm of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, where his malachei hasharis, his great angels, come looking into the house of every single Jew on the night of the Seder, and they say, Chazu, Chazu, take a look. Take a look at Klal Yisrael. Thousands of years later, they understand that this night is central to their Amunah. This night is the foundation of what it means to be a Jew. This is the night, the Leil HaSeder, in which a Jew is able to elevate and lift themselves up into a realm of Amunah that they can't achieve the rest of the year. And therefore, says the PELE YOETZ, that when you sit by the Seder at night and you have these machshavas, you have these thoughts in mind, you are beginning to perform and be mekayim and fulfill this mitzvah in the most beautiful of ways. That's one aspect of the mitzvah of Sipur Yetzias Mitzrayim, of telling over the story of the Exodus from Egypt. Tomorrow, Be'ez Hashem, we're going to see what he holds as even a greater reason, besides the mystical secrets and the wonders that a person accomplishes and achieves, besides all of the tikkunim, all of the corrections and fixings that a person does in Shemayim in the heavens. Besides all of that, there's even a more practical and down-to-earth reason that's going to hit home harder inside the hearts and the neshamas of Klal Yisrael, and that we'll see tomorrow is the second reason and perhaps the second level of what our kavanah, what our intention should be like when we're telling over the story of Yetzias Mitzrayim, the Exodus by the night of the Seder. Have a wonderful day.